we noticed a lot of questions about how to find age appropriate games and things like that. So I know that's on people's minds about how to know which games are appropriate. Um, have you guys got any tips on how to do that, how to kind of work out which games are age appropriate for our children? And maybe any games to definitely stay away from, because that's sometimes as useful to know as the ones to look out for, isn't it?
So uh, with regards to staying away from specific games, it's a hard one because as a parent, my go-to with certain games, such as Roblox, because I know there's going to probably be quite a discussion and parents wanting to know. I am not the biggest fan of Roblox. There is ways you can make it safe. It's quite easy to make it safe, but it's still got its downfalls with regards to that. It's got quite a reputation for chat rooms and things like that. But you can make it safe, and it's about maintaining your communication with your child about that and like ensuring they know what's not okay when they're playing Roblox. But it's a very popular game as well, which is the hard part. As a parent, you kind of want your child to be involved in them discussions with their friends and things. And Roblox can be a bit of a minefield, as I'm pretty certain many of the other parents in the room have gone through this debate of you're not having Roblox. You are having it, but it's just about, I think, making sure your child knows that the messaging systems are off. If they want to message their friend, they have to ask you and things like that specifically. I wouldn't let your child play GTA. That's quite an obvious one, which is Grand Theft Auto. I'm actually, James, you've got a great story. A story which highlights this quite
Mm.
well.
So like it really does, and I'm not going to say who it was, just because like buying games for children that are like when they're under the age that they're supposed to be. I'm not sure if that's against the law or not, so I'm not going to stick the person in it by naming them directly. But I do have someone in my social circle, shall we say, who their daughter asked them to buy them Grand Theft Auto 5, and this individual thought they meant Gran Turismo, which Grand Theft Auto 5 is like a crime simulator essentially. Very violent, very sweary, lots of crimes. Whereas Gran Turismo is a very dry and serious driving game where you spend ages tuning your vehicle so you can win races and compete with people online and things. Very different game. One's obviously completely inappropriate for this person's daughter. The other one is like all ages, but you really need to be a bit of a car nut to be into it. This person got confused between the two and allowed, said to their daughter, yeah, yeah, no problem. Grand Theft Auto 5, I know what that is, definitely. I'll get you that game. This person's husband questioned it, but the person said, no, no, it's fine. I'm quite sure our daughter can have Grand Theft Auto 5. It was only when the game was bought and in the house and then being played that this person realized, like, oh no, I made a terrible mistake.
It's not
But
what she
once,
thought, what they thought it was.
no, no, no. And like they quickly sort of realized, yeah, like they'd got the two games confused. And a little bit of just Googling the game would have immediately sort of made her realize that she'd bought the wrong thing, or she'd like approved something for a daughter that really she shouldn't be playing.
I can see how it happens though, because they sound quite similar, don't they? Especially if you don't really know anything about it. You'd be like, yeah, they sound vaguely similar. I can kind of see how, but yeah, like you say, a bit of research maybe is always warranted, and just sense
Yeah,
checking, I suppose,
I
whatnot.
think
it's it's easy to make that mistake if you're not someone who plays a lot of games. So I understand why this person made that mistake entirely, but it's the outcome of it.
Yeah,
Having the daughter exposed to everything that's in that game.
yeah. We so yeah, I'm just going to come back to Roblox because the Roblox was mentioned by quite a few people, to be honest, around kind of safety concerns, but also with accessibility questions. So, um, I know you've mentioned, Matt, that Roblox isn't doesn't have a great reputation in terms of safety. What is it like on an accessibility front? Is it even accessible anyway?
not particularly.
Mm,
It's
Okay.
not got great accessibility settings. The only noticeable one that I would recommend for visually impaired children, it does have a text size increase, but that is quite literally as far as it goes. For
Mm.
those of you that don't quite know, Roblox works on a it's basically a game that children become game developers in they can make their own game as well as playing other people's worlds. So it's highly customizable for the person creating the world. But without the knowledge of how to do that, it's not really accessible because there isn't the settings in the world to do things like make it high contrast, like the features we've been talking about. There isn't menu narration, there isn't like the screen reader options or anything like that.
Mm,
So it's not going to be if your child's like severely short-sighted or blind. It's not going to be a game they're going to be able to get along with.
okay. That's interesting to know because in that, that might be challenging because, like you say, it's very popular with young
Yeah,
people. So,
it's really hard. It's kind of what we do. Me and James do what we do. We try and make these games that are massive playable for people
Mm.
because otherwise it's missing out on conversations and things. But
mm,
there is a world of gaming out there, like we've just been discussing, outside of the Roblox and the Fortnites and things, because
yeah.
they're getting there. They are getting better, but we're not quite there yet. But Roblox is quite far behind in terms of accessibility.
Okay, interesting. It sounds like they're also far behind on the safety stuff, so maybe far behind on a few things. Um, what about Minecraft? Minecraft came up as well. Is that what were our thoughts on Minecraft in terms of access and safety?
Um, Minecraft is actually really good in terms of accessibility. They've got things like menu narration. It's the graphics again are quite basic, so it actually does create quite a natural high contrasting element. It's very easy to differentiate about
Hmm.
what items are in front of what objects you're using. It naturally, due to the graphics and the style of the game, it's a slower paced game. You can create different environments using the settings, such as you can turn off difficulty like combat. So it's called peaceful mode. So literally it's just you in a world where you can create things. You can do it in creative as well, where you get unlimited use of the objects you need to build things. Minecraft is very good in that nature of customization. You can customize how you're
Mm.
playing the game and which way you want to play the game, which
Mm,
gives like my little boy started playing it when he was like 4 or 5. So
hmm.
over them, you start him off on the peaceful mode, and then he understands the game and gets used to it and how things happen. And it's a really good way of actually using the game itself to give your children time to play the game, whether if they've got a visual impairment because they can do it at their own pace. If they want to
Okay.
create a house, they can and things like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's so that yeah, sorry, James.
the only thing I would add about the accessibility of Minecraft, and granted, maybe there's been developments because it's been many years since I played it. There's a bit of a divide between the games that are accessible to people without sight and those that are accessible to people who have some useful vision. So
Mm,
certainly something like Minecraft with its 3D world navigation, and its building would be accessible to someone who had some useful vision, especially since, as Matt's described, you can really deeply customize the game to suit your ability and your tastes. But if you had little to no useful vision, then you would maybe really struggle with it. You'd maybe need quite a lot of sighted assistance, and I don't know if you would get that much from it.